Hello everybody in Columbia, Tennessee and the surrounding area. I want to talk to you real briefly about a good guy named Page Chamberlain. He was a longtime educator here in Maury County, and he's had some health problems that have kind of taken advantage of his life. And on June 8th at the National Guard Armory here in Columbia, Tennessee at 2 p.m., the doors will open at 1, we're going to have a benefit for Mr. Page Chamberlain, and we're going to pay it forward for Page. But I have with me one of Page's former students and one of his closest friends, Daniel Hayes, to tell you a little bit about Page Chamberlain and who he is as a man. And so, Daniel, let me just ask you a couple of questions here. One, what is the impact that Page has had on your life?
That is just such a hard question, Chandler, for me to answer because Mr. Chamberlain, also, we all know him as Page, changed my life. He was instrumental in me getting several scholarships, which led to me being able to go to college. My family necessarily didn't have the funds for me to go to college, and not only was he a mentor, a teacher to me, he was also my mother's English teacher. He helped me to get scholarships so I could further my education.
And folks, as you can hear in Daniel's voice, he's kind of breaking up a little bit. That is how deeply emotionally tied people are to Page Chamberlain. The Page Chamberlain fan club, as we could say, is monumental. There are so many people that he has touched both inside the school system and outside to make them a better person and to help them get to where they want to be in life. Let's talk a little bit about what Page's interests are outside of the school system. What are some of the things that Page likes to do in his spare time?
Well, people consider Page to be a very unique individual. If you know him, you know how unique he is. One of his great loves is the Atlanta Braves. He loves baseball and he watches the Braves every year, hoping that they'll go to the World Series. Ironically, in contrast to that, he's also an avid opera listener and knows more about opera than probably anyone in Maury County. But I would have to say, Chandler, that his greatest love, his full-time passion is wrestling. Many of you know Page from the wrestling arena, from the wrestling events that you've seen him at. He's a front row wrestling lover.
Folks, that's one reason why we're having this benefit June 8th. Page, I'll tell you a little bit about his health problems. Page has to have open heart surgery coming up. Page has health insurance. It's not a health insurance issue that we're concerned about. Page lived at home with his mother for many years, and Page has had difficulty keeping his house in functional fashion because of his health problems. Daniel and many people watching this video have dedicated countless hours to helping repair Page's home. We're holding this benefit to help get the additional funds needed so that after Page's open heart surgery, he can return home. So that Page doesn't have to go to a nursing home and be patient number 105 or patient number 107B or patient number 110B. The truth of the matter is, Page Chamberlain could never be reduced to being simply patient 105B. So when we open those doors June 8th, we want everyone that Page has ever touched inside the school system, outside the school system, to be there. Admission is $9 for front row seats, $8 for general admission, and Page will be there for you guys to meet and greet. This benefit is about Page Chamberlain and his great contributions to the Maury County area and the areas around it. And what better way to raise funds for Page than putting on a wrestling show, his #1 passion. So folks, join me and Daniel and everybody else that's going to be there as we pay it forward for Page. And let's turn the page on Page's health problems and the struggles he's went through. It's time that we turn the page for Page June 8th at the National Guard Armory.